Dream language has changed and I've seen it evolve. And at one season of my life, this means this, and other season, it's now something else. Welcome to Midlife with Orchid. Let's explore the nuance and the courageous moments of midlife. Let's share stories, reflection, insight, and conversation over coffee, where life's rhythms, revelations, and everyday courage can be witnessed and honored. This is Orchid, your host and storyteller. Last night I had a dream. I needed to go somewhere, and my GPS keeps rerouting me. I then saw my sister, who had told me, "Come follow me." So we arrived to a boat dock, and she hopped on the boat. She said, "This is the fastest way to go." I wasn't sure if I wanted to follow her, but as I got near the boat, ready to hop on, I looked down and I saw the water. I then felt dizzy and I said, "I can't go, I'll stay here." The boat sailed. I'm in tears. I felt afraid, and I have a GPS, but it was unreliable. I woke up crying. What do you think does my dream mean? Well, I first wanted to express that this is just a simplest version of the dream. It wasn't as elaborate as it was when I first woke up this morning. Also, I'm learning that we are dreaming all throughout the night. We may not remember them. We may not recall it. It takes practice. But the longest or most vivid dream happens closer to waking up. And often, lately also, I've been having dreams where I'm waking up and I know I'm in the dream, which you can say, and most would say that is lucid dreaming, where you know you are in the dream. So there's so many ways to explore this dream and interpret this dream. And the way I approach dream, it's analyzing the details, analyzing the symbols. And the dreamer really is the one who has the interpretation to the dream. The dreamer is the one who has the narrative to what the dream actually is attempting to convey. So I am the dreamer in this dream, right? So in simplest analysis and interpretation, a few key items here. There is the GPS rerouting me. There is my sister. There is a boat. There is this me staying behind. I did not hop on the boat. There's tears, there's fear, and there's me expressing towards the end that I have a GPS, but it's unreliable. So the GPS rerouting is the uncertainty that currently in waking life I am experiencing. I've expressed in other episodes that I have to move in less than a couple of months, and currently I'm waiting to secure a job. So I have two uncertainty that I'm navigating right now, and I feel like time is closing in and there's this pressure. My sister is actually part of me. My sister is a reflection of me. In the dream, my sister is not really my sister, but a version of me. A version of me that feels pulled towards a path that seems right. But intuitively, it just does. My body in the dream was reacting to it, the dizziness. So the boat is the opportunity of transition, the opportunity of potentially communicating that in the uncertainty that I'm experiencing in real life, there is this opportunity that what appears in the dream showing me that I said no to, and that I stayed behind. I made a choice to stay behind, remain on the ground instead of the water, and trusting the timing. So the fear and the tears is the message of grief and the emotional weight of this current uncertainty that I'm experiencing in my life. And the unreliable GPS, it conveys that the guidance is not going to come externally for me. It is really trusting my intuition, trusting how I have been navigating and moving through life when it comes to uncertainty. So how did I come about with this analysis and interpretation? And what I wanted to really share here is how amazing our dreams really is, how profound our psyche is with constructing this scene in our dream where the psyche is pulling in all of these different symbols and how it is putting together. Let me start with yesterday. I was watching a Netflix movie called Jonathan. Jonathan is a sci-fi drama, a story about two siblings who are sharing one body. You can see why the siblings now shows up in my dream. And then a couple of days ago, there was a potential job opportunity that became available. And before I responded to the person that reached out to me, I thought, you know what? Instead of responding just based on, wow, it's exciting, there's this job opportunity, why don't I drive to the city just to see if, let's say I got the job, how will I handle the commute to the city? So here I am following my GPS. I test drove what it feels like to if I had a job in the city. And oh my gosh, I was feeling so stressed out. The GPS keeps rerouting me in the loop, in the circle. So I was like, I don't know if I'm missing the turn or the GPS doesn't really know where I'm at because of this area in the city where it's called the loop. And it just seems like you just have to be a native in the city, I feel, to even understand where to go and where to turn. Eventually, I had to make like just a judgment, an intuitive judgment, like, you know what, I think I have to turn here, even though the GPS is telling me to go this way. And eventually, of course, I'm recording this podcast now, so I made it home eventually. And I'm so glad that I did that drive because I ended up saying no to this opportunity before I even interview for it, before I even hear the details about it. And it's because I feel that even though I feel pressed for time, I need a job. I also feel that it might just not be the right job, even though there is a need for me right now to secure something, that eventually it's not a job that's going to be aligned for me or that's going to support me long term. So it's amazing how these two recent experiences are showing up in my dreams and my psyche is using them. I just love it. I've been engaged with my dreams for a little over a decade, and my dream language has changed, and I've seen it evolve. And at one season of my life, this means this, and other season, it's now something else. And that's what I wanted to like share in this reflective episode. When I was following a religion, my dream shows up religiously, like some of the symbols. And then now that I am spiritual and identify more as a mystic, I see that my dream has so much more of this essence that is empowering to me, where I'm being shown that truly I am the creator and the guide and the navigator of my life. There is that authority, there is that ownership that I can navigate my life. It doesn't mean that the fear or the concern, the grief goes away, but I am more empowered into how do I approach my life. I also will share that even though I've been exploring my dreams for a little over a decade, with AI now, I have recruited AI as a companion to support me in that. Now, I'm not asking AI to tell me what my dreams mean. I am still seeking the resonance there, but I'm allowing AI to construct the story in such a way that AI is able to organize it. And from the way that AI is organizing it for me, I'm able to see, oh, this is what's happening. So not necessarily AI telling me what the dreams mean, but AI as a co-collaborator in organizing the story. And because when I wake up in the morning, it's like the story is all over the place and I have to like organize it. So that's a companion that I'm actually utilizing to help me organize, construct the dream, puzzle it together. Once again, it's not about interpreting the dreams, but it's organizing the narrative. Once again, the dreamer, I believe, is the one that holds the language to the dream. And what shows up in your dream, it could be immediate things that's happening in real life. Just like for this example, it was just in the last couple of days that these symbols in my waking life has shown up in my dreams. But there are times, and I've had dreams where I can't quite understand why my psyche is using a certain symbol until later on I would come back to a dream and I'm like, oh my gosh, this has happened like years ago. And it's amazing how it's showing up now, like how my ex would show up in my dream, but it's not really about my ex, but instead what they symbolize to me in the present or what they have symbolized to me in the past. There isn't a current book or anything like that I'm reading about dream, understanding what that means. But I will recommend the book that Dr. Rahul Jandial wrote. This is Why You Dream, what your sleeping brain reveals about your waking life. I feel like this ties into the current experience I had. I haven't read that book. You can watch his YouTube talks about dreams, but I just resonate with the way he perceived it. I resonate with how he come about what dreams mean to him, or the title of his book, This Is Why You Dream. So if you're looking for something to pick up or to read that someone wrote about, I do recommend that, even though I haven't read it. Dr. Rahul Jandial is a brain surgeon and neuroscientist. Do you have a current dream? Do you have a reoccurring dream? Is there a dream that just seems to like not make sense to you? You dare not even share it to anybody, whether it's because you think it's like a pizza dream, or you maybe are feeling embarrassed about the details in your dream. Taking a different perspective about your dream and actually taking a different attention, giving it your dream attention. Your psyche is always speaking. The dream doesn't have to be mystical or spiritual or a certain nature. I believe that it can be. I've had healing dreams. I've had divine dreams. I've been lucid in my dream. But for the most part, at the simplest core, I feel like dream is our psyche, our subconscious, speaking to us, helping us navigate our day-to-day life.